So, as you might have guessed, I have made 1,000 videos on my YouTube channel. This video is video number 1001. In this video, I'm going to talk about my YouTube channel, my Roblox account, etc. So, let's begin, shall we? Hello, everybody. It is me, Mr. Vince, and I hope you all have an amazing day today. And that's right, guys, I have finally made 1,000 videos on my YouTube channel. Can't you believe that? This YouTube account has only been around for 3 years and a half. So it is a miracle that I have made over 1,000 videos now. Now that is a huge accomplishment, am I right? Now before I get to the one, if you guys have enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like, please feel free to subscribe as well, and please feel free to hit the bell icon to never miss a video. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into today's video. So in this video, I'm actually going to be talking about the legacy of my Roblox account, Shrek Leaf, and my YouTube channel. So let's start off with my group, Shrek Leaf, and how did it become so successful, you'll be asking yourselves. Well, let's begin. Shrek Leaf was a group created on Roblox in late 2018, particularly in October, which I think is a little bit interesting if you ask me. Back in the day, players had to be part of Builders Club to be able to make groups, which I think is a little bit interesting if you ask me. You still have to pay 100 Robux to make a group today, but things weren't the same back in the day. Shrek Leaf was a pretty small Roblox group and not a lot of people have joined it. But Shrek Leaf ended up growing and growing a lot more this year because you guys are super fantastic. And since I have been involved inside of the jailbreak community, you guys have been joining my group, and I want to thank everyone for joining inside of Shrek Leaf. Now, I always figured that Shrek Leaf wouldn't be that successful back in the day, but it turns out that I was completely wrong. Shrek Leaf became a huge success, with over 400 members, which I think is surprising if you think about it. Back in the day, most of my friends who played Roblox were part of my group. Now, they're just my fans, which I think is interesting if you think about it. Now, Shrek Leaf wasn't going to be called Shrek Leaf back in the day, but I decided to keep it as it is because I thought that if I named it something else, it would ruin its legacy. So I decided to keep the name of Shrek Leaf. The main reason I named the group Shrek Leaf was because I liked Shrek and the memes associated with Shrek, including the emoji memes. But let me go ahead and talk about some other information about the name Shrek Leaf. Now, I've also made a Discord server called Shrek Leaf. For those who want to join it, the link is in the description below. Please feel free to join it at any time. I may check it back every now and then. Shrek Leaf in Discord used to be called Mr. Vince's fan group. This was the case back in 2021. However, after a few months of the server's creation, I decided to rename it to Shrek Leaf because I thought that it was a pretty funny name and that I decided to keep the legacy of Shrek Leaf. I originally also used to own a Discord server called Spider Squad, but I deleted the server in 2020 for unknown reasons. With that being said though, Spider Squad was also a legacy to me, but it wasn't too significant compared to Shrek Leaf. Now let's go ahead and talk about the other stuff that I want to mention in this video. So let's begin with my YouTube account. This YouTube account, as you might have guessed, was created on February 8th, 2019. But for those who didn't know, I used to start making YouTube videos back in 2017. Now that was a long time ago if you think about it. Now during the time I have created my YouTube account, it wasn't so long ago. It was only like, a year and a half later? Man, that's insane. Now, if you think about it, it has been 5 years since I've been doing YouTube. The first ever video I made on YouTube was on July 11, 2017, and I still can't forget about that video. It was so memorable, and I can't easily forget about it. I definitely remembered how I made the video, but it was still very interesting. But this YouTube account wasn't created until February 8, 2019, as I have mentioned earlier in the video. Back in the day, I used to make Planetary videos, and the reason that the Planetary videos are showing up on your recommending tabs is because the Planetary videos were very popular on my YouTube channel. Unfortunately, I have not made one for about a year, so it was nice that I have been making Planetary videos, but I guess it was time for me to move on from making Planetary videos. Now, for those wondering, I used to be a My Username's This fan as well back in 2020. However, because of so much toxicity sent from My Username's This, I decided to move out from My Username's This to other content. I decided that I would just stick with Hello, It's VG, and I have been doing this since 2020. So it has been about 2 years since I have been watching VG's content. Although I don't watch every VG video, but I have been interacting with VG since 2020, which I think is a huge surprise if you think about it. Also, let me go ahead and explain this. I have several different YouTube names. I was first called Squirtle Leaf, then Shell Drop, and now Mr. Vince. Although there were also a couple names regarding Vin. But with that being said, my current YouTube name is Mr. Vince. It's Mr. Vince, but I decided to shorten it down to just Mr. Vince, the name that most of you know and love today. Now let's go ahead and talk about my Roblox account, and I am sure that a lot of you were curious about that too. So let me go ahead and talk about the legacy and the history of my Roblox account. My Roblox account was first created on July 18, 2018. However, that wasn't my first ever Roblox account. My first ever Roblox account, and I have made several videos on this, was actually Squirtle for Cute, which I retrieved a few months ago. Squirtle for Cute was first created on June 5th, 2017, so it has been about 5 years since the account has been created, which is insane if you think about it. Squirtle for Cute was just a plain old account and no friends were added to the account at the time. However, my first actual account was Squirtle is the Ultra, which was created about 5 days after the first account was created. My current account wasn't created until a year later, which I think is bananas if you think about it. Now let me go ahead and talk about my current account as well. So my current account, as you might have guessed, is Mr. Vince with a 1 and not an I in the username. However, it wasn't Mr. Vince. The actual username was Squirtle Leaf. Eventually, in August 29th, 2020, the Roblox username was changed to It's Mr. Vince. As you might have guessed, that is actually the first time I have called myself Mr. Vince on Roblox. Now, I felt like I was a little bit dissatisfied with the name, but I was a little bit happy to finally have a name that didn't have underscores, because as you might have guessed, I used to have underscores on my username. However, because of the underscores, I decided to change my name to Mr. Vince. I also felt like that Squirtle Leaf was a boring name to use. If you guys think I should use Squirtle Leaf again in the near future, please let me know down in the comments. I would surely appreciate it. Although I was going to call myself Mr. Vince with an I, display names were around at the time as well. So because of display names, I was able to call myself Mr. Vince. However, I actually called myself Mr. because that was the original short abbreviation of Mr. Vince. However, later during that year, I decided to just call myself Mr. Vince, even though I didn't really like Vince. But still, Mr. Vince became a good name for me, and I kept it that way since then. So surprisingly enough, I had Mr. Vince as my name since mid-2020, which I think is incredible. So that is pretty much it for video number 1001. So if you guys did enjoy, please feel free to leave a like, please feel free to subscribe as well, and please feel free to hit the bell icon to never miss a video. And what did you guys think of the video? Did you guys think the video was truly awesome? Please let me know down in the comments. I worked really hard on this video, and if you didn't enjoy the video, please feel free to let me know as well. But as always, my name is Mr. Vince. I hope you all have a fantastic day today. It was definitely nice seeing you guys once again, but I will go ahead and see you guys in the next video.